Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me. I thought I'd sit on the sofa today because I was sat here thinking about that we are now under a week away to Christmas Day and all the little things that I want to have done and that I need to put in place and blah 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 blah. And I was writing lists for different reasons and different things, and I thought why not share it with you guys, because not only does the normal person kind of panic thinking, oh my gosh, I've got under 7 days to get everything done, or I've not even started this yet or whatever. I just thought if anything that I'm doing helps you guys, then it's worth documenting it, I guess is the right word. So first of all, let me know down in the comments, are you prepared? Are you on schedule? Do you feel a bit what's the word I was looking for then? Anxious, worried that it's all going too fast and you're not going to have time. So if you are like me and I've not even started any of my wrapping yet, well I have. I did yesterday with you guys, so I did that bit of wrapping, but other than that I've done none. So yeah. So I sat down and started, like I said, writing lists. I love these little notebooks. These are in the pound shop. They are just literally notes. So I started writing down a cleaning list, not necessarily so that everything needs to be perfect, just things that I can tick off as I go along during the week, so that I can kind of say, yeah, it's been cleaned in last week, it doesn't need doing again. Because with all the commotion and having to think of 10 million different things, I can't remember the last time I cleaned my shower, or, do you know what I mean? So I just thought, if I kind of tick things off as I go along, then it's, plus it takes some anxiety away from me, and worry, and overthinking is the word I was looking for, not worry really. So I kind of went down and did these ones obviously in yellow on my rooms. So we've got kitchen, living room, Dylan's room, and I mean Dylan's room has got fresh bedding, dust and hoover, and he does the hoovering and he does all that himself. But just so that I know he's got fresh bedding on. Alfie's room is a little bit more because I do want to try and declutter before Christmas. I just don't know when I'm going to fit it in. Bathroom and shower room. My room is a closed door. If you are hosting and you know that the bedrooms are not going to be entered, people aren't staying over, shut the doors and don't add them to your list is my advice. Seriously. Alfie's only on, like I said, Dylan's room needs doing because he's not done it in a while, so it's on the list to remind me to make him to do it. And Alfie's room is more declutter, it's clean as it is, and to add some fresh, to wash his Christmas bedding that's on and get it back on again, because of obviously it's been on 2 weeks now and it needs to wash. So a cleaning list is, it's not a like this must happen, but it's a kind of, do you know what I mean, if I clean the mirrors then I can tick it off. And yeah, so that's kind of self-explanatory, but I do feel it helps. So there'll be different things that people will be worrying about this time of year. My majority is finding time to make sure everything is wrapped, because I'm not hosting Christmas Day, the main meal this year. I am doing Boxing Day instead, which is normally at my mum's house, so that's going to be a bit different for me. And I'm hosting, we're having movie night Christmas Eve once Alfie goes to his dad's at 7 with my mum and my brother as well. So I've got those kind of things to think of more than like my meals, Christmas things. So if you are hosting, you're having people stay over, maybe it's that you've got enough, do you know what I mean, towels, and that you've changed beds, like I say, on the list, that could be on your list, that your bedding's done, and then you can kind of not worry about them and things like that. I have, obviously if you are doing table, it's kind of an idea of having to write what you want to put on your table for a start. Having a run through if you've got time is easier, do you know what I mean? But my top tip for, I'm wiggling this pen around, let's get rid of it. A top tip for if you are hosting and you can, is set it up Christmas Eve, and then it's done, and it's can be ticked off the list Christmas Eve, or Christmas Eve daytime even, not even has to be the evening. That's one thing that can be done in advance. Oh, I swear the lighting's changed. I literally got up to sort Alfie and the lighting's changed. Let's see if I add my fairy lights, will that be enough? Because I really don't want to have to plug my big lights in. And move you around a little bit. That's a bit better. So next on my list is food. I write a list and I really do think about the list and start it early enough that you can add things to it as you think of them, but also stick to the list, because if I know, and it's very, very easy done. I remember one year I went into Sainsbury's and I came out with a £200 shopping and I was like, what? Why? It's just a souped up Christmas Sunday lunch. So a list, and obviously give yourself enough time and stick to it is my bottom line. It's what I'm doing. My mum's already started hers. Mine will be a little bit different because it's going to be more party food, snacky bits, those kind of things. Next one is plan your days. Now for me, I don't like a set structure, but I kind of like a brief idea of what I know is definitely happening on certain days. Like Friday, I'm going to work, then my friend's coming round and we're having a movie night and chill and maybe wrap some presents, like the kids' presents, my kids' presents. So kind of Friday's off the list for me. It's not really a day I can really do anything. So I've wrote down, I have obviously, you saw my little cleaning list, but I have got, where has it gone? Here, a little list I've started that's got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So obviously Friday's filled with work and, like I say, chilled. Sunday I'm going to town and doing the food shopping, and I want to do the beds, like change bedding and stuff, because it's early. It's like not right now. Well, it could be done now, do you know what I mean? But Sunday is fine for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday kind of thing. So yeah, I've wrote myself like a little day list, and kind of, it just gives me a bit of an idea. I know I've got Thursday free, so except for bingo at school in the evening. So I've got days I know I can play around with different things that need doing and bits and pieces. So a day list can be helpful as well, especially if you do like lists like I do. I like to try and leave day clear. I ideally wanted, I've got Christmas Eve, all the things I've got is dust and hoover, because of just so that it's just fresh, and that is literally going around with a little bit of a duster and hoovering, which takes what, half an hour. And the rest of the day is left free because I want to relax and I want to enjoy it. Next on my list is check times with others, because obviously my mum and dad aren't together, Alfie goes to his dad's, and whatever else, and it was kind of, my brother had spoken to my dad and my mum, and things were getting a little bit jumbled between everybody. Like, I suppose it's like not Chinese whispers, but when, do you know what I mean, you talk to another person, that person talks to you, and it can just get a little bit confusing. Sometimes it's better to get a complete clear schedule of like, I'm going to be at your house in the morning Christmas Day, or I'm going to be here at such a time on Boxing Day, and it's just a little bit easier when you know what you're doing. Next one is don't stress and don't panic buy. I see it all the time. If you have less things to the last minute in like shopping and stuff, like for presents and bits and pieces, write a list of things you want to buy and stick to it. Don't go, oh, this looks nice, because if you will end up with way too much for one person, not enough for the other. Yeah, so panic buying, I would say probably 50% people do completely, maybe even higher than that. I have no idea, but it is something that happens a lot this time of year. So my next one leads to Christmas Day. If you are hosting, my kind of tips are, because your fridge is always bursting if you're hosting and stuff with not just food but drinks and stuff. Drinks that are in bottles and glasses and whatever, if you get a plastic container and store your bottles in it, they can sit outside. It is cold enough. They do not need to sit in a fridge. If it's snowing, even better, they can sit in the ice. And if you are hosting and you've got Christmas Eve, quite chilled, in fact, when I'm watching a movie with the boys, Christmas Eve, and I am hosting, I will sit in the living room with them, but I will sit and peel my veg and add it to cold water. You can then either, if it doesn't fit in the fridge, in Tupperwares in cold water, again, if it's completely sealed, it can sit outside, it's cold enough. You can blanch things, which means where you cook them halfway, but then you really need to in ice cold water to stop the cooking process. And if it's something you've not done, I wouldn't maybe suggest doing it Christmas Eve, but if you can blanch and half cook your veg, it saves so much time, and if you are hosting, think about when you need to get your turkey out, and like if you have a day planner, I know if I've got a frozen turkey and it's such a size, it needs to come out on Monday evening. So again, it's written on there. They're just little things that remind me, because if I'm that busy on Monday, I'm thinking, well, Christmas Day is Wednesday, I might forget to get my turkey out. That's been done before. But yeah, so I think when you've got some quiet time, whether it's when you're sat in the evening tonight, whatever, watching the telly, snuggled up, get a little notepad and pen out, jot down the little things that you need to think about over the next 7 days, well, 6 days is it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Six days when you kind of watch this. That yeah, I think it will massively help and massively take that. I know I'm feeling, because I haven't wrapped anything really, I'm feeling like there's too much to do, when really there isn't. I've got to wrap and do a food shop, that is all. My house stays pretty clean generally, so yeah, and relax and enjoy it is my thing, Bob. If the house is dusty and dirty, so friggin' what? If do you know what I mean? The carrots are too soft, so what? If nobody eats the sprouts, so what? It doesn't really matter. Just enjoy it and be present in the moment and with your family and your friends. And if tea comes out, or Christmas dinner, whatever you want to call it, comes out an hour later, again, so what? Just seriously enjoy the festive period, and I shall see you all very soon in my next video. Goodbye!